Have you ever stopped to think about those medicines that are just always there, the ones we kind of take for granted?
Yeah, the real workhorses of medicine.
Exactly. They help manage everything, allergies, serious chronic stuff. Well, today we're doing a deep dive into one of those, the global cortisone
Yeah,
market.
oh, it's absolutely a cornerstone. Cortisone and the whole corticosteroid family, they're powerful anti-inflammatories.
Right.
Think about how many diseases involve inflammation. Arthritis, bad allergies, asthma, uh, even autoimmune
So it
conditions.
is fundamental.
Totally. It targets that inflammation directly.
Okay, so let's really dig into this. Our mission here is to look past the surface, explore the key insights, the projections for this market, see how it's going to evolve over the next, 10 years or so.
Yeah, the next decade.
As we're
And we're using recent market forecasts, so it's all data-driven.
good.
And the numbers themselves, well, they tell a story. Back in 2021, the market was valued at $3.82 billion.
Okay, a decent size.
But here's the thing. By 2033, it's projected to nearly double. We're talking $7.36 billion.
Wow, almost double.
Yeah. That works out to a steady 5.62% compound annual growth rate, CAGR. It really shows how indispensable it is in healthcare worldwide.
Doubling in just over a decade.
Yeah.
For a medicine that's, well, it's been around a while, that implies really strong ongoing demand. What's actually driving that? Is it just more people needing it, or is something else going on?
It's really a mix of powerful global trends all sort of working together.
Okay.
First, you've just got increasing demand for these corticosteroid therapies, maybe because the conditions they treat are becoming more common or better diagnosed.
Uh-huh.
Second, a really big one, aging populations
Hmm.
all around the world. Older people often need these treatments for, age-related inflammation.
Makes sense, the demographic shift.
And third, there's this big push for better access to cortisone products, especially in emerging markets, as their healthcare systems get better.
Ah, so it's not just one thing.
No, they really fuel each other. It's synergistic.
Right, so growing need and improving access. That sets the stage nicely. Okay, let's zoom in now region by region. This is where you see some interesting, maybe unexpected growth spurts.
Absolutely. Take North America. It's traditionally been the powerhouse.
The biggest slice of the pie, volume-wise.
Exactly. It went from $1.44 billion in 2021, and it's projected to hit $2.53 billion by 2033. So that's a solid, 4.8% growth rate per year.
And I guess the U.S. is the main driver there. Big pharma, advanced healthcare.
Pretty much, yeah. Strong
Yeah.
manufacturing, good infrastructure. But what's really interesting is where the faster growth is happening within the region.
Oh, not the U.S.
Well, the U.S. is biggest, but Canada is actually growing a bit faster, like 5.3% CAGR.
Yeah.
And Mexico. Mexico is the real standout.
Barely, how fast?
An impressive 6.62% CAGR, leading the whole region's acceleration.
Wow. Why?
It's likely pointing towards, significant improvements in healthcare access there.
Yeah.
Maybe government initiatives, a growing middle class being able to afford these treatments more now.
Huh. That's a great example of that access trend you mentioned. Okay, let's hop across the Atlantic. Europe. Established healthcare, diverse countries. How's it doing?
Europe's definitely a major player, too. It's expanding from $1.06 billion to about $1.96 billion by 2033. That's a respectable 5.23% CAGR.
Okay, solid. Any hotspots there, like in North America?
Yeah, definitely. Spain, for instance, is showing really strong growth, almost 7% CAGR.
6.96%.
And Denmark is even higher, 7.28%.
Over 7%. Why them specifically?
Well, it could suggest a real national focus on managing chronic inflammatory conditions better. Maybe specific health campaigns, maybe better diagnostics, picking things up earlier, or just proactively treating an aging population there.
Interesting. Could be a signal for other developed nations.
Could be. And another thing, don't ignore the rest of Europe category in these reports.
Yeah. Why is that?
It's actually showing a CAGR of over 7% as well, 7.08%. That signals there's a lot of untapped potential in some of the smaller or emerging European markets. They're really starting to catch up, modernizing their healthcare.
That rest of Europe number is definitely one to watch then. Okay, now, the region everyone talks about for growth, Asia Pacific. Sounds like it's leading the charge here.
Oh, hands down. Fastest growing major region for cortisone, no question.
How fast are we talking?
The sales figures are just rocketing.
Hmm.
From $840 million in 2021 up to $1.91 billion projected for 2033.
Wow.
That's a massive 7.14% CAGR overall for the region. Really robust.
Incredible growth. Which countries are really pushing that?
Well, China's a huge factor, of course,
Yeah.
growing at 7.65% CAGR, driven by, its huge domestic market and rapidly increasing pharma production.
Right.
But India India's showing even higher growth, an explosive 8.31% CAGR.
Over 8%.
Yeah. It's a combination there of growing demand at home, plus they have this incredibly competitive large-scale manufacturing sector that supplies globally.
So it's the giants, but is it just them?
No, not
Or,
at all. That's the other key point.
yeah,
Southeast Asia, the rest of APAC, they're also showing strong growth, consistently above 7%.
Riley, across the board.
Pretty much. It's supported by widespread healthcare modernization, more health awareness. It's really a region-wide transformation happening.
Amazing. Okay, so to complete the picture, let's quickly touch on the other regions, South America.
South America is growing nicely too. From about $183 million up to nearly $375 million by 2033. That's a 6.15% CAGR.
And any leader there?
Brazil's leading the pack with almost 6.8% growth. They're really boosting their domestic drug manufacturing, aiming for more self-sufficiency.
Okay. And the Middle East?
Middle East is expanding too, from around $176 million to over $350 million. Similar growth rate, about 6.2% CAGR.
Interesting spots there.
Turkey and Qatar look particularly dynamic, both growing above 6.5%.
Yeah.
Probably linked to big healthcare investments and building specialized medical centers.
Right. And finally, Africa. How does it look?
Africa's growth is a bit more moderate, climbing from about $118 million to roughly $222 million. That's a 4.86% CAGR.
Slower, but still growing.
Still growing, yes. Nigeria is leading that growth at just over 5%. That seems driven mainly by better pharmaceutical imports and also healthcare outreach programs, getting medicines to more people, slowly but surely improving access.
So if we kind of step back and look at all these regions, North America, Europe, the boom in Asia Pacific, South America, Middle East, Africa, what's the common thread? What's the big takeaway for, for everyone?
Well, it just underlines how absolutely critical cortisone is everywhere. It's irreplaceable in global health.
Right.
You see it in the mature markets managing chronic conditions, and you see it in the incredible push for access and modernization in the faster-growing regions. The constant theme is trying to improve access to these essential drugs and boost awareness about managing inflammation.
So these numbers aren't just abstract market data.
Not at all. They represent real efforts worldwide to reduce suffering, improve quality of life, manage these very common health problems on a massive scale.
So it's really clear then. The global cortisone market is definitely poised for some major sustained growth over the next decades. We've seen the big overall numbers, looked at the leading regions, those surprising growth spots within them.
Yeah, and the drivers behind it all, those changing demographics, especially aging populations, and that universal push for better healthcare access and more local drug production.
Right. Which leads to maybe a final thought to chew on.
Yeah.
Well, think about what this sustained growth and, crucially, this expanding access to a foundational drug like cortisone really means for healthcare systems globally. As more people worldwide can actually get treated effectively for things like chronic arthritis, bad allergies, autoimmune issues. What does that tell us?
Well, it implies maybe a rising burden of those chronic diseases globally, right? But
Well,
also
it's powerful proof of progress, isn't it? Progress in making essential healthcare available much more widely across different economies.
absolutely a testament to that progress. Yeah. So the question becomes, what other big health trends might be shaped by this? Think about preventative care or maybe even medical tech. How might they change as this specific market keeps expanding over the next few decades?
Something to definitely keep an eye on.